Hey, everybody. Well. Welcome in, welcome in. I'll get started in a minute. I'll just give people time to pop in. All I can say is I've been following a lot of things, okay? I follow a lot of different things, not just Nancy Guthrie, but yesterday was so exciting. I had to keep watching all of the reporters, everybody they were all racing to get a parking space near this house that was about to be raided by SWAT, and it went on and on and on. And I was glued, absolutely glued to what was happening. And I thought, oh, hey, this must be it. Yeah, they've got them. And maybe they'll get her too. Maybe she's there in a back room. But surprise, surprise, after all of that, to the early hours of the morning for you folk in America and to late evening for me, it turns out that they let the people go. They detained people. They detained 3 people. Supposedly, again, we haven't had any reports thus far that I've been able to see. We've had no reports telling us from the FBI's side of things, or the sheriff, the county's side of things, why they were there yesterday. So I did ask my friendly Grok, in case Grok had found anything that I didn't know about. And basically, apparently, the raids all yesterday stemmed from tips. So as you know, the police and the FBI are asking people to please phone in with any tips, anything you've got. And yeah, they arrested 2 people at the house, mother and son, apparently, allegedly. And they got another fellow at a traffic stop, and there has been some footage of that. Just he's cuffed in the back of the car. They were detained for a little while, questioned, and then released without charge. It's my understanding that it's my understanding they're not off the list yet, because if you recall, there was footage of a man trying to put his backpack. He had 2 backpacks. Do you remember that footage? Putting him over the fence, trying to get through a gate, whatever. Apparently, allegedly, that was cleared pretty quickly the same day that the FBI got a look at it. So I'm assuming they got a hold of whoever that was, and it just did turn out to be completely innocent. But unlike that gentleman and the other fellow that they released, do you remember that? They released the other young fellow who got hauled there to the police station for questioning. They said, hey, yep, we've ruled them out. But they have not yet ruled out, at least yet. We still haven't had a briefing from the sheriff's office. So we don't really know what's going on. Now, the other thing that came up was that they towed a Range Rover away from a car park. The footage of that was interesting. They were holding up sheets so people couldn't see in the back of the Range Rover. That might look them. It looked suspicious. It looked like, oh my gosh, is there something dreadful there in the back of the car? Because normally speaking, those sorts of things are done to stop you from seeing something. Yeah. Hey, Banshee. So yeah, it's interesting. So, but yeah, says that no charges were filed, no one's held in custody. Sheriff Nanos confirmed this directly to outlooks like Fox News, CNN, and local stations, emphasising that they were pursuing a promising tip that did not pan out. So it's, I mean, what do you do? I guess if you look at it from the FBI's point of view, and the police, if someone calls in a tip and it seems a viable one, they've got to go in. But it would be interesting to see what happens here in regard to these 3 people. And we're not going to know that until someone tells us what's going on. And you might argue, look, why do they have to tell us what's going on? Because this is world gaining. I mean, I'm in Australia. Nancy Guthrie's daughter, Savannah, she was born here. So people here are interested because it's an Australian. She may well have lived in America most of her life, but she was still born in Melbourne. Okay, but it's it's terrifying. Not only from a point of view of being absolutely intrigued by the whole case, because it just seems like an absolute bloody tits up situation, but it's also scary for the people that live in the area, because was this organized? Is this really a kidnapping? Is there really somebody with her in their back room waiting for Bitcoin to be paid into their account? Or was this a home invasion gone wrong? I mean, if you look at the if you look at the pictures and all that sort of thing, there's poor old Nancy. I chucked a few pictures. Chucked. That's an Aussie thing to say, isn't it? I chucked a few things together, but just sort of picture wise, and I can pause as we go along. But yeah, so for anyone who's not sure of the events, so that's Savannah Guthrie. Okay, she is the Today Show host in America. It's her mum, Nancy. So mum's gone missing, and the timeline was that mum went to hi Cheryl. Mum went to have dinner with the daughter Annie and her son-in-law, and I've got pictures of everybody so I can tell you. But first of all, just interesting. So this is Savannah Guthrie's husband, okay? And I was interested to find out that he's got a company that you probably can't read that there, but he works for a company whose job it is, I guess, to advise different companies, individuals on technical issues around their internet usage, security, all that sort of thing. And you can see there that he was an advisor to Vice President Gore and Clinton Gore at the White House. So he does have the husband does have a background in interesting things. There was even a letter, if I can find it. There was an email. Oh, the Epstein files. There was an email from someone advising Jeffrey Epstein to contact Savannah's husband's company to assist with, cleaning up anything he needs cleaned up. Let me see if I can show. I'll find that in a minute and show you, because I didn't plan on showing that to you. It just popped into my head. But that leads me to think, is it possible? Just a thought. Give me a second. Just a thought that is it possible that Savannah's husband has peed somebody off? If it is really, so we can look at it two ways. It could be a kidnapping, and there may well be really a ransom. And therefore, could it be in some way connected more so to Savannah, someone that she's interviewed, something that she's done, someone that her husband has worked for? I mean, did he ever work for Epstein? Is there something afoot there that could lay some sort of what's the word? Hi, Jonathan. Some kind of validity to the letter that TMZ got again, I think today, where the guy says, everyone's ignoring me, but this is going to be an international situation, and he wants money to sort of say who's got or what happened. If you want to go down that rabbit hole, let's just say it is a real kidnapping. She is alive somewhere. Someone's got her. And is it an international thing because Savannah and her husband have peed somebody off? I don't know. But could it be a revenge type thing? But that's kind of like spy movie stuff, yeah? Or is it simply just that now this interesting, this is the sister, this is Annie. So it's just interesting that she was at Annie's house. Annie's a poet and a writer, and she's a teacher. Not overly rich. Tommaso Cioni, I guess you'd say his name. He is also a school teacher. Like, they're not the richest people. I'm sure they're not poor, but they're not rich. Okay, they're average sorts of people. So Nancy went to their house for dinner the night she disappeared, but she called an Uber there, and it said that they Tommaso drove her home and dropped her off. It's interesting to wonder why she just didn't get an Uber home. Yeah. Anyway, things happen. I do that. I go to people's homes, catch an Uber, and then someone gives me a ride home, or vice versa. Hi, Julie. So anyway, as I'm saying, so that's where I've sort of gone down the rabbit hole. Something's itching at me in regards to Savannah's husband and the work that he does, which involves, cleaning up your internet history, and given that there was a recommendation, I don't know if it was ever taken up, just Jeffrey Epstein says, hey, that sounds like a good idea, when it was recommended to him that they go to Savannah's husband's company to get some assistance with the internet issues and security that Epstein was having. So that's a big rabbit hole, and I haven't heard anyone go down that rabbit hole. Seems I'm the only one unless I've missed something, I'm the only one that's sort of thinking, could it be something that Savannah's, a revenge thing? When you watch the footage of this dude here in the mask, if it's a dude, I don't know, could be a flat-chested woman. It does, like the footage does, when you look at it, does look like it's a woman, a man, I mean. But could it have just been a home invasion gone wrong? They've broken in, Nancy's woken up, whatever, they thought the house was empty. Maybe someone thought that she'd gone to the daughter's house for the night, but then that seems a bit odd because Nancy's car was in the garage. And why didn't Nancy drive? I guess Nancy can't drive anymore, maybe because she can barely walk, apparently. But anyway, house invasion gone wrong. But then why take the body? Like, if it's gone wrong and you've hurt her, why remove her from the house? That really doesn't make sense. You just go, and try and clean up any DNA you might have left and then hightail it out of there. That's the way these true crime things usually go. But to actually take her, that's weird. It's just weird. So I guess that's why they're continuing on the saying, kidnapping. But anyway, I was going to say that everyone's sort of saying, could be, that's the backpack. You can buy them apparently in good advertising, maybe, for Walmart. Yeah, Walmart, my favourite store. Yeah, that's the backpack, or, one of that he was wearing. Yeah, I hope they find her too, Cheryl. I was hopeful last night with all of what went on, but until the police or FBI address the media, we're not really going to know where they're at with the investigation. But yeah, so that's the sort of backpack he was wearing, and when you see him, and I have to say, what a dingbat! Not a professional. Well, do you think he was? Because look at what he's done. He's gone, picked up twigs, some brush, and there you go. He's gotten rid of the brush. Tried to do that with the cover up the camera. Obviously not. Just not a professional, or just an idiot. I don't know. It's kind of like Keystone Cops, isn't it? Now, obviously, too, this is talking about Keystone Cops. So the dude's shown up, done that, broken the camera. No one, the back door was left open or unlocked. No one can work out how he got in or out the front door. Well, he obviously bloody did, didn't he? Because her blood's all over the doorstep. They say there was blood inside too, but they're not saying where. So you can either hazard a guess that he's gone in, probably through the back door, or woken her up. Maybe she came to the door. Who knows? But then if she came to the door, why would you open the door to a masked man? Seriously. Unless she knew him or knew him or her and then opened the door. But it's just interesting that the blood is there. And because the police aren't telling you where else blood was found, you're not going like, did she come out the front door and that's how they got her to the car? Because the blood drops do go to the driveway. Did he go in through the back door and then come out through the front door when they left? Which probably sounds more feasible. But why take her if it's just why take her? Why would you take her? It's just baffling, and I've heard different. I watch Officer Tatum. He's got a good show. He makes me laugh. Hi, John. Gabby Petito, is that who you're talking about? Yeah, and that was another stuff up, wasn't it? Yeah, Gabby Petito, I certainly remember that, poor girl. And Brian Koberger, I don't know. I just think it's possible because the FBI does not want anyone to talk at the moment because they've said don't address media at the moment. That usually means they're onto something and they don't want to address the media and answer questions because they don't want to alert whoever it is as to what they've got or what they're doing. But it's just mental. But I'd still, people wondered why the tent was set up at her front door. For those of you who aren't keeping up with it, they put that tent up there because the intruder was at the front door. They can use that tent's like a backdrop, and they use a measuring board and stuff and try and work out how tall the perp is, how wide, what his build is, that sort of thing. So that's what they were doing when that was up the other day. And they did it. 5'9", they think he is. Oh, here we are. Keystone Cop number 1. Yes, John, I'm with you a little bit on that one. Mainstream media is, look, something like this that can kind of cover a little bit, I guess, because facts are facts, right? But I just wonder, I don't know, I've got one of those minds that rattles around. I just wonder, this policeman here, the sheriff, says that he is cooperating with the FBI. Obviously, there was DNA that was found in the house. Initially, it was said that it was a glove found inside the house. But the sheriff says, no, it wasn't a glove. It was just DNA that didn't belong to anybody that they knew involved in the case. Fair enough. But he says they are working with the FBI and they are, cooperating. But then other sources from the FBI speaking to different people that are out there, YouTube investigators are saying no, they're not. They're being difficult. But if anybody knows, the day that she went missing, the crime scene, shortly after they left the crime scene, it wasn't protected. They didn't put anything up to say don't cross here. They didn't leave a man there guarding the residence. So you had all sorts of people, especially the press, wandering up to the house, walking all around where the blood was, walking around the house, taking photos, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, they had to go back, didn't they? So now they've got rubbish and God knows what else, cigarette butts apparently from people that were smoking there while they were looking around. One lady was walking her dog. Not a well-handled just not a well-handled crime scene at all. And even to the point where, check this out, this is while they're at the house investigating, someone there called for pizza. So the coppers, whoever, called for pizza to be delivered while they're doing forensics and investigating. I'm pretty sure the FBI didn't order the pizza, just saying. But it's just, it's just mental. So, the pizza fella, Domino's, there you go, another good act. And then we've got this lady, bless her cotton socks. She has drawn pictures. She's an artist, and she's, I believe she's a forensic type artist, but she has solved some cases and been spot on. She speaks to victims that say they don't remember what the person looked like, right? Exactly. Well, your tax dime, I haven't paid American taxes because I live in Australia. But yeah, the pizza, yeah, probably paid by the coppers. Your taxes, you brought them pizza. So this lady, she'll speak to victims who say, I don't remember. And then she'll ask them certain questions and lead up to it and say things to them like, okay, when they attacked you, what kind of expression was on their face? And oftentimes the people who say, I don't remember what they look like, will say something like, oh, they look like a madman or a mad woman or whatever. And then in that moment, she realizes that they did see the face, but just through, whatever. And she'll get to it, and she draws pictures. And she actually did do a picture that got a guy arrested for shooting and running over a policeman. So she's good at what she does. However, this drawing that she says in her mind's eye is the perpetrator, she's just done from those photos that we see of, the masked man at the place. So, it is what it is. Yes, indeed. It's supposed to be done straight up, lock it down. You put a policeman on duty to stay there until they're sure they've got all of the evidence they need. It's just, as I say, it's amazing to me, but I still am very, very curious about if it is a man or a woman in that mask. Probably is a man, walks like a man. But like, even that, there's something about the eyes on that person. It's just I don't know. It's just weird. Because, like, look at his face. Imagine waking up at 2:00 in the morning and having that person staring you in the eyes. Oh, not good. But anyway, so that's, at the moment, that's where they are with the investigation. Nowhere, at least not that they're telling anybody. So I know that they've got DNA. So they have got DNA. They did find some gloves a short way away from where Nancy lives, some black gloves just thrown in at the side of the road, because they were searching everywhere. Are those black gloves connected? Who knows? But then why would you throw a pair of black gloves out on the brush? So they've got those. They're looking at DNA at the gloves. They've got DNA from inside the house. They're not saying what kind, but let's hazard a guess if they've used a knife or a gun. But if they've used a knife, as most will know if you're into true crime, if someone attacks you with a knife, oftentimes that attacker will get a cut on their hand. Or it could just be DNA from touching something, touch DNA. It could be anything. The problem being is, the fights, but allegedly the fighting between the sheriff's office and the FBI, because the FBI wanted the evidence to go to Quantico, and the police, the sheriff's office had sent it off to Florida. Now, they can run DNA reasonably quickly depending upon what kind of DNA it is. So who knows what's going on. But as I say, until we get an actual statement from the police, we're not going to go. Yes, Banshee. I thought so too. I've seen nothing on that as yet. All I saw was what's the car that they took? Hang on, I'll tell you in a minute. All right. So during the operation, they detained 3 to 4 people. It says reports vary slightly. So, but I've only heard 3 have been sourced. There were some people saying that someone was stopped in traffic and then unalived themselves, but I've seen nothing about that. And there was the Range Rover, which was parked in a car park at a store. So that was removed and taken for forensics. There is something in the back of it, which no one was allowed to see because they held up the thing. Whether there's a body there or whether that's something connected to the person they say unalived themselves, no idea. No idea. What was that? I did see woman's eyes in one shot. Yeah, John, it's just something about the eyes. I don't know. Looks a little bit like Anne, but anyway, I won't say anything. It's not. Imagine that your mum's missing and people are blaming you. Yeah, and the fact that they can't even be living at their house anymore, that they've got to be somewhere else at the moment. Yeah, there is really so much. Like if you just stick to the facts, the only facts that you can really stick to are she's missing, there's a timeline, and until the DNA comes back and they can match it to somebody, until they get to the bottom of these letters that are coming into TMZ and some of the radio stations, which I personally think are BS. However, unless my little rabbit hole is correct, and it is in some way connected to the work of Savannah Guthrie's husband, being that he works for different people of political persuasion, who knows? Yeah, when you look closer, John, that's true. There is absolutely like a little mustache, and you can just see on the bottom part of the round a little bit of a goatee type looking area. So it's yeah. And also, I used to do some ghost hunting in my time, and people will know that when you've got the night vision camera, which of course that's night vision picked up on the camera, things look different. White becomes a funny grey colour. If you've got dark hair, you become a blonde. If you're wearing dark jeans, they become light. So colours change. Eyes do look really weird in that light too. So yeah, and I hate being an armchair detective. But something's nagging me about Samantha Guthrie's husband. I don't mean that they're involved. I don't mean, it's Samantha and the husband and the family. I mean, given his particular job and that he works for politicians and the government, or well, his company does, given that there is an email written to Jeffrey Epstein to say, hey, if you need things cleaned up or whatever, hire this guy's company. I'm just saying it's possible that the letter that TMZ is getting where it says this is going to go international could be real, because it might be actually not what we think it is. So just watch this space. Obviously, someone local or someone was hired to come in and take Nancy. I just honestly hope that they find her alive. I was so hopeful last night. I thought, oh, beaut. They've gone into this house. They've got these people. She's in a back room somewhere. Nada, nothing. So I guess that's all the time I'll spend on that subject. Unless someone's got anything else that they have I missed anything? I guess a lot of you are keeping up with it as well. I'm still trying to keep up with the news and to see if there's any updates. Before I came on live, I double checked and there's still nothing. The FBI still haven't spoken. Hopefully they will today, and we'll get some answers. I just want to see their mum come home. Poor woman, 84-year-old grandma, and the grandkids will be beside themselves. You know, it's just a shocking, horrible thing. But there you go. Yeah, Enzo, as you will notice, is not here. He's got a shocking headache. So he opted out, but I will cover just a little bit. I'll show you what he showed me and let you know what that's about in a minute. Yes, Aussies have seen the movie Fargo, although we're all the way away in Australia, John. We do get movies here. We even get cable TV, or we call it, streaming. Bless you. Yes, I saw that years ago. That was a good movie. I can kind of remember the story. I just remember the policewoman. I remember something about a chipper. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, but that was a good movie. I'm glad you know. Yeah. Yes, I hope he feels well too. And I didn't think when he told me he had a headache, because it's the 15th here. Valentine's Day was yesterday. Excuse me. I don't have a Valentine, so it doesn't bother me. All I get angry about is all the chocolate that I see in the supermarket. But I didn't think, I should have said, happy Valentine's Day, and I didn't. Maybe that's why he's got a headache, poor little bugger. Excuse me, I'm getting a bit of a tickle. Bloody Yanks, yeah. No, of course you do. Mad Max, which you called Road Warrior. There's a few, I don't know. Cheryl, help me out. The Banshee, there's a few Aussie, well, you know all about Aussie actors, but Aussie movies, there's a lot of good Aussie movies. You should just look them up, John, and watch a few. But you've watched Mel Gibson, obviously, or you might have. We call it Mad Max. Crocodile Dundee, that's right. Good old Paul Hogan. What else went international? We make them here. Star Wars and all that sort of thing. They're all made here, most of them. But yeah, I don't know. But you know all of our actors. There are quite a few good Australian movies that probably didn't go worldwide, but they're worth a look. There's one that Nicole Kidman was in when she was young. Oh, what's that called? Give me a second. You look this up. Nicole Kidman movie on a boat. It's got Sam Neill in it. Dead Calm. That's it. Dead Calm. I'll show you. There it is. I'm really good at sharing things. Hang on. Share window. No. Tab. There we go. There you go. Dead Calm. See it? That's Nikki Kidman when she was a proper redhead, all nice and curly. But yeah, she's in that. I can play the trailer, maybe. There's no sound.
On a sea of
is there sound?
Calm. It was easy to imagine they were the only two people on Earth. But into their perfect world, there came a stranger.
Billy Zane!
Tried to take her across the Pacific on your own?
No, there were 6 of us. Yeah, this died 10 days ago.
I'm going on board her.
Can't do that.
He's fast asleep. He won't even know.
Bang!
God, you're pretty.
I'm removing it. No spoilers. Remove and stop. And now I've got it still playing in the background, spoiling it. But you need to watch Dead Calm. And excuse the chihuahua barking in the background. Honestly, never any peace in this house. Yeah, but look that up. It's, I think, pretty sure it's on YouTube for free. Oh, yeah, Picnic at Hanging Rock. That was another good movie, but that's kind of like, that was made in the 70s, and it's mystical, and it's about these girls who go for a picnic at a hanging rock and they disappear. Do, 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 do. But yeah, there's a few. Nugget is an Australian movie, or The Nugget, or Nugget, in regard to a gold nugget. It's a comedy. It's got Eric Bana in it. That's a good movie. Struth, Cheryl, the movie with Eric Bana in it, where he plays Chopper. Watch that one, John. Chopper, it's called, as in chop up, but Chopper. Eric Bana. That's a really good movie based on an actual, it's like a true story. It's a biography. But yeah, so there you go. Now, where was I going? I was going to tell you something. Oh, that's right. Present. I better find what I want to present, better I? Let's see. You pick. Do you want the underwear thief that was nabbed, or do you want to see what Mr. Trump's talking about? I reckon we'll go for the underwear thief. No, not, yes, it's spelt like chopper, but it's not a helicopter. Chopper Reed is the name of a notorious criminal, Australian criminal. Chopper was his nickname. I don't need to tell you why. And watch that movie, you'll love it. Eric Bana plays Chopper. I reckon you'll love it. Then you can tell me what you think. You can find that. You should be able to find that somewhere to watch free. All right, now this one, if I can play it for you, I'll just check it. Check the sound. It doesn't sound like it's very loud. Why is it not very loud? Oh, there we go. Because I haven't turned the sound up. All right, present. Share screen. Window. This one. Just let me know the sound works when I do this. Where we are. And
afternoon school.
Can you hear it?
Has identified its very own Slinky Malinky, a real-life cat burglar that's been pilfering students' property for more than a year now. Awhanui School Principal Marama Stewart joins me now. Kia ora, Marama. So take us back to the beginning. How did this all begin?
Hang on, I'm just going to pause it because a Kiwi has entered the chat. Hey, Tanya. Nice to see you. Oh, good, you can hear it. Is it too low? Can you hear it? Because I can't, but then again, I could turn up my volume, but it might feed back. I can hear it. This happened in New Zealand, so I'm sure Tanya's completely aware of this horrific story of the underwear thief. And this is obviously either the principal or school teacher. Yeah, principal, there she is. It's right there, isn't it? Let's listen to what she's got to say. A bit quiet. Don't know how to turn it off. I've got it full volume. Equalizer. I'll try this. I'll just put everything up on the equalizer. That might make it loud. Close. Try that. Let's see. Yes, let's see.
We're noticing that there were togs and underwear and goggles and towels being left along the main footpath into school. This was this time last year. Sheepishly, someone popped their head over the fence from next door and just said, "Oh, that's our cat." And we tried to look for him, but we never managed to catch him. And then we kind of forgot about him because, you know, the swimming season had finished and there wasn't quite as much property to pilfer. And then the night before, one of our teachers had put some togs and towels out to dry out the front of our classroom, which is usually quite safe. We've had gates all the way around, and yeah, they disappeared, and we thought, oh no. And my office lady looked in the cameras, and there was Slinky Malinky dragging off a giant towel. They followed him in the direction of the fence, and they found the stash at the back of the sheds, and there were socks. He'd obviously been doing it for a while because there were layers of socks and leaves.
You've got to laugh. Imagine though, working at the school, coming in, things are missing. You'd think, oh my Lord, there's some creepy person pinching things. Like, what's going on? First, you'd probably blame staff, then you'd blame some of the kids or the parents. Turns out to be a little black putty cat. But
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So a whole treasure trove of stolen loot was uncovered. Was there any particular thing that your cat burglar had a penchant for?
Crocs, quite like Crocs. Obviously socks, they must have a certain flavour to them. Cleaning cloths. Yeah, anything.
anything he could get his hands on. His little paws and teeth, little bugger. Yes, I know. It is groundbreaking, isn't it, Tanya? Night, John. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. Yeah, it's go watch Chopper Read. Yes, it is groundbreaking, and it's good to know that they know who did it. So yeah, the little putty cat. But let's see what else they say.
Oh my gosh. Now, you've identified the culprits' owners. How are they feeling?
They think it's very funny. They're lovely owners. They're lovely neighbours, and yeah, it's quite cool that their cats become famous in New Zealand.
And Marama, how have the kids at the school reacted?
Oh, they think it's hilarious. I popped it on our little internal school chat, and all the teachers showed the kids, and they've been doing some writing and some pictures, and one class even read Ready Cat and made a whole lot of buns and things, and they had a little cat party today. So, yeah, we'll just run with that theme this week, I think.
A cat party. I thought you'd like that little story. Yes. Oh, cool, John. Oh, John's probably gone already, but there you go. Yes. So there you are. That's the serial underpants thief caught. So no one needs to worry. If your underpants disappear and you live near the school, it's just the cat. I thought that was hilarious. Now, Enzo was going to come on today, and he was going to talk about this one. I'll just pause it.
What do you or the president...
That's loud. Okay. There we go. Yes, when I got off of the live stream last week, Enzo and I had a chat for a moment, and he showed me this, and I'll play it for you and see what you reckon. So it's Lara Trump, Trump's daughter-in-law, was asked a question about UFOs. So hang on a second. Share screen. I've really got to practice this, don't I? I need to practice sharing the screen. There it is. Let me know if it's got sound. Should have. It's hard to say because I can hear it when I play it, but I'm never 100% sure that it's coming through to you. But listen to this.
What do you or the president know about UFOs? Can you share? I hear that the president has something in the queue to share with us about all of this. Now, truth be told, I'm trying to remember how long ago it was. It may have been right after he left office, after the first term. I remember Eric being like, all right, what can you tell us? And he was a little hesitant to give us any real info, which makes me think like he's got a lot of info out there and he's waiting for the right time to drop it. And maybe this is going to be the time, because I keep seeing all these stories about how he's got some like UFO speech that he's got queued up, and we all should just kind of sit back and wait. Now, here's the thing I'll say. What do I know about UFOs? What I know is that our universe is so enormous.
I just wanted to pause it, firstly, so I don't get copyrighted, but secondly, Enzo was saying that so no American president has ever come out and said point blank, looked down the camera and said, yes, we have made contact. None. No one's ever come out and explained 100% anything. So and so Enzo's a little excited. Apparently it's organised for September, this big talk. I kind of wish, with what's going on in the world now, I wish Trumpy had come out and give us the big talk now. That's why I made that little picture for the thumbnail of Trump shaking hands with a grey alien. Wouldn't that be awesome if Trumpy comes out hello, and gives his talk and then says, let me introduce Bill. And out comes this grey alien. We probably wouldn't believe it. But there you go. We probably wouldn't believe it. But anyway, let's see.
It actually, if I start thinking about it, it makes me a little crazy. You think about just our solar system, okay? And then you think about how many solar systems like ours are in our galaxy. And then you think about how many galaxies are in this universe. The whole thing is just, it's kind of like mind-boggling. So the idea that the only form of intelligent life out there is us, that we're like twerking on TikTok and stuff, that's it. I don't know. I find it hard to believe.
Thank you, Tanya. Thank you. And next time you come, we'll go watch whales again and hopefully not see any stranded turtles. Tortoise?
Fully believe that there's other life out there throughout the universe. And if you look at some of the like prophets, these are people hundreds of years ago, or I don't even know how long ago, a lot of them say that sometime soon we're supposed to have some sort of an interaction with another form of life from outside of our planet. So I don't know. I fully believe there's more out there.
So yes, Enzo was going to come on and talk about that today. But the little bugger's got a headache. How dare he? Yes, thank you so much, Tanya, for supporting me. It's awesome. Tanya came out, for those of you who don't know, but I think Dee knows. I think Colleen knows too. But I'm sorry, I'm just looking at Colleen's post. Pug pictures. Oh dear. Some say I look like a pug. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, yeah, he was going to talk about it all. He was rather excited, hoping that if this happens. But back to what I was saying about Tanya coming out. Tanya's supported me for so long, and she's an awesome moderator when things used to get busy. Don't worry, my channel will come back again one day. But yeah, Tanya has always been there. So when she came out, we went out to SeaWorld and jumped on one of their ships that goes out and does some whale watching. Actually, if you go to my channel somewhere, I think it's under still like a doof paranormal thing, but it's in my channel. You'll see the little video of us looking at the whales. It was so cool. But maybe next time we could go in a shark cage. Dum, 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 dum. Yes, and that's right. And even if it's only 5 to 10 of you, it's still awesome because I get to talk to you all the time. And you all know I'm a bit of a dingbat, so it's all good. I know. And the sound they made when they come up out of the water, Tanya, it was awesome. So yeah, to wrap it all up, apparently Trumpy is set to let everybody know the truth, whatever that might entail. To actually disclose the truth about whether or not we have aliens working with us. Oh, thanks, Cheryl. I love you guys too. So yeah, so we'll see. Colleen, nothing on your channel. What's not on your channel, Colleen? Yes, the truth is out there somewhere. Whether or not we get to see it in our lifetime, whether or not Trumpy does come out and introduce us to Bill, the grey alien. Oh, that'd be so awesome. Or he comes out and goes, ladies and gentlemen, he has returned. Put your hands together for Jesus. Whoa. Anyway, you can live in hope. But yeah, and I thought the story about the little putty cat pinching the underwear was interesting, and I'm absolutely down the rabbit hole with the Nancy Guthrie thing because it's a happening mystery. It's a mystery. It's a crime, but it's like a mystery. Same rabbit hole I've gone down with Jack the Ripper, which I am working on. It's going to be a long thing because I'm not decided exactly what I'm going to do with it, to be honest. I might just go live and talk about everything that I've researched. But it's getting to the point of almost book writing because I've got all these notes and I'm putting them together for the Jack the Ripper thing. I'm putting them together like I'm the victim. So from the victim's point of view, what I did on the day and who I talked to, that sort of thing. And where have I come from? What did I do that day? Who did I talk to? And then and I've looked at all of the Jack the Ripper suspects, not any of them. So that's why I've gone down that rabbit hole that I mentioned to you guys about it being a policeman or someone absolutely in the know. And I don't think he ever stopped. I think he just went on. So, yeah, I'm working on that one. And I'm putting the finishing touches on my little video when I went to Huntly Castle in Scotland. So, you know, I'd love a little pug baby, but I've got too many animals. I've got my snake, my lizard, my 2 dogs, 3 other birds. I've got a rosella, a ringneck, and 2 lovebirds, so technically 4 birds. My daughter's got a red-tailed cockatoo. I've got 4 chickens, and we've got 4 cats. So I think I've got enough animals, don't you? So has anybody got any questions, anything like that? I set it all up so this live streams to X, Rumble, because I'm on Rumble, X and Rumble, and Instagram. I think it's live on Instagram. I don't know. I do have a zoo. I should make a little video on my zoo. Oh dear, I made one on my garden once. Do you remember that? You should see it. It's a jungle now. But anyway, so I'm going to keep the show reasonably short and sweet today. Plus, Enzo's not here to talk to me. I hope he's gone to sleep. I hope he's asleep. I hope that his little headaches are gone. Yeah, all right, Julie. I'll take a little video of my animals and you know. Oh, that's okay, Cheryl. I just my friend Lewis from Nerd Report, actually he'll be reporting today on the whole Guthrie thing. So if there's any real big updates, check out Lewis's channel, The Nerd Report. But yeah, Lewis was talking to me and he said, I've been around for such a long time now that he'd like to see my channel do well. And he gave me a few pointers and I played around with things. And I have an X account, I have an Instagram account, and you know, and I thought, oh, well, I'll give it a shot if more people see the content, and because I like people to come back to me and tell me what they think and what their ideas are too. That's why I like talking to you guys in the chat. But there you go. Yeah, look, I'm on Instagram. See, Tanya's awesome. Hey, Tanya, is the plant still alive? The one I sent you ages ago? I haven't sent you anything for a while. I'm not very good. I send people little, you know, people that I care about. No, that makes it sound like I don't care about anybody, but because Tanya was such a great moderator and she was really helping me out back in the day when it used to get super busy. But you know, let's see. Oh, I just do you mean feelings hurt, Julie? I'm assuming, because you can't, I don't think you can hurt yourself on the YouTube. I know what you mean. Oh, cool. Excellent. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, because Tanya was really helping me out back in the day in the beginning, I sent, well, I didn't, oh, well, yeah, I sent it. I ordered a lovely little plant. So it was little, now it must be massive. I'm glad it grew. That's excellent. Yeah. Yeah, look, Julie, I've been hurt more so in YouTube. I've been hurt more so by the community and people I thought were my friends than I have ever. No one, none of my followers, none of the people that have been in my chat from memory. Tanya might be better. Like, we've had trolls, haven't we, Tanya? We've had trolls, we've had dingbats in the chat, but the only, I just found that I was getting a little bit too drawn into some of the drama, like, because I had some friends, I didn't like seeing them get talked about badly. Then I would defend them, much I probably shouldn't have. I should have just shut up. And then I thought, you know what, it's too stressful. I'd much rather concentrate on coming on, talking about current events, having a bit of a laugh, interesting things, venting, getting things off my mind amongst friends. And, I just walked away from that other community because it was so stressful. And I note that it still is. It's mental. So, yes, Cheryl. Yes. Same here. The only people that are still normal and do the right thing are Heather from Come Hither with Heather. God bless her. Her content's terrific. I haven't spoken to her for a while. I must pull my finger out. That's the thing. I think for me, because I'm on the YouTube, Julie, I see so many things. So I did get very, very hurt by people in the paranormal community. Like, I did, like, really broke my heart, to be honest. Thought they were friends, turned out I was a sucker. You live and learn. You live and learn. So now I look at who still hangs around, and even though, like, sometimes you and I, Julie, we have disagreements. We all do. Some of us in here, but that's the point. It's okay. It's okay. Everybody can think differently. That's okay, but we still talk. Where I got upset was a lot of people have different opinions or did things, and you say your bit, and it's like down the like, and nasty, and that's what that continues to happen in that community. So yeah, I still am interested in paranormal things and the way different things work, but I've also gone a little bit religious. So, what can I say? Yes, yeah, too much drama, Tanya. You get drawn in, don't you? And you do a little bit because you think, oh, that's dreadful. Why would they do that? But then they're all backstabbing each other, really. It's a shocker. Well, not all of them. I think there's still people in that community. The Shape, yes, the Shape. I do love the Shape. Jonathan from Cross. Oh God, Jonathan. I've gone blank. Jonathan, Crossover Paranormal. I'm pretty sure. Cops. Yeah, he's absolutely a gorgeous little human. He's lovely. But yeah, the Shape. I still watch the Shape. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Jonathan and his little gremlin, and he was very unwell a while there, and he wasn't on for a while because he was sick, but he's much better now, which is good. There's another fellow, Bill from Warm Strong Adventures. Crow still goes on, bless his cotton socks. I haven't spoken to him for a long time. Last time I did talk to him, he was trying to get fit and lose some weight. I hope he has succeeded. But yeah, and Joe, I haven't spoken to Joe for ages either. But again, drama with it all. I'm not interested. I'm just interested in, hey, we went here. Wasn't this interesting? Izzy. My mind's, yeah, well, did he have his mask on? Yeah, Joe and Joe I still talk to, I haven't spoken to him for a while either. But yeah, he's no worries. Joe means well. Like, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I just yeah. Yeah, I just walked away. I like pussycats and animals. and mysteries and crime solving, puzzles. I like all that sort of stuff, and I just like having a laugh. But anyway, my beautiful people, Kristen, I can't wait. It's still only a few months to go, and I'll be back in Virginia City. Saving up the pennies. I'm going to try not to eat too much, but it's going to be really, really hard. But if I walk everywhere, I'll be right. Yeah. So yeah. And yeah, Julie, look after yourself. Lots of love to you. And thanks, guys. Thank you for being here today. As I say, I'm going to try and get that castle video made and out there because it was a beautiful castle. I was watching some of my footage and thinking, oh my gosh, it's kind of surreal. You go to these places, you walk through, you see it. And I went there 2 days in a row, and I remember it so well. But at the time, I don't know, I'm taking it in much more now while I'm putting the stuff. Yes, Enzo should hopefully be back next week, or maybe through the week. I might annoy him through the week. I did try to get him. I was live on, I don't know, a couple of days ago, Thursday or Friday or something. I went live, and I do these things at short notice. I didn't do today at short notice. I gave him notice, but he was sick. But yeah, I just sometimes, so I don't know. Oh, sorry I was late. Well, you should be sorry. Yeah, he should be back next week. And then he can expand more on what he thinks President Trump might talk about. But yeah. In Virginia City. Yes. Well, he's got his little car. He's getting his little van together. He's going to park at my friend Taylor's house because she said she's got one of them electrical plugs out the front. I've promised, but I don't know if I should make promises I could possibly break. But I've sort of promised I won't do anything to entice the brown bear to Taylor's house. But like I say, if I happen to put, a carrot cake or something on top of Taylor's rubbish bin, and if the bear happens to come and eat said carrot cake, I can't help it if I forgot and left the cake out on top of the bin and get a really good picture and video. I promise I won't go out and try and cuddle it. All right, everybody. I love you so much. Love you lots. I'll try and go live again through the week. Oh, you saw Connie. Oh, you have to. Oh, excellent. I hope you told her I'm coming. Oh, Connie. Good. I hope she's excited I'm coming back, and I'll give her a big kiss and cuddle. Anyway, I just read your thing, Banshee. Sorry, I keep saying I'm going to go, and I never go. I saw, have a great day, everyone. I'm peeling mangoes. All I saw was with my stupid eyes was I'm peeing. I'm like, what? And then I looked closer. Do you guys ever do that? Read words and go, what? And then realize, oh. But anyway, I'm glad you're peeling mangoes. They're delicious. All right, everybody. I'm going. Hope you enjoyed today's show. I'll be back through the week, and I'll definitely get that episode up. And love you lots. See you next time. Bye.